I'm Neil Villapiano. Welcome here to the Whalers postgame show. And here I'm with the first star of the game, Zach Lashley, with 2 goals as he helps the Whalers get a 4-3 victory over the Islanders. That gives them their win number 7. Zach, great game as always.
Thank you.
Now, you obviously had 2 goals. Can you take us back to both of them and what you saw throughout the course of the game?
Well, we were all just working hard. The first goal, I kind of lost control, and then JC was just working hard, got to it, and made a good play to me, and I just chipped it in. And then the second one, just got lucky again, same thing. Lambert came around the net, and it just popped right out. Backhand somehow got it upstairs.
Now your team has now won 7 in a row. What has been the biggest reason that your team has had so much success the last couple of games?
Mostly the locker room. Everyone's staying positive. Everyone's working hard. No negative energy anywhere.
Now, obviously, I don't know if you heard, Jimmy and I have come up with your nickname for this year, and we were going to call you Zach Attack. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that back when I was like 5. My parents used to call me that.
Well, certainly it seems like everybody up here really enjoys the nickname. You had a tremendous game. That second goal you scored on the backhand, were you able to see the opening there, or did you just fire at the net to just hope that maybe it goes in?
I just threw it backhand. Hopefully it went in. I heard the crossbar, and then the ref signaled the goal, and I don't know, it was history after that.
Now, obviously, tomorrow you're going into the next game, and you're trying to get to 8 wins. What is going to be your main focus coming? Obviously, it's going to be kind of an early game. It's at 1 o'clock after a good game tonight. What's going to be your main focus to get your guys' energy ready to play that game?
Mostly, get a good warm-up, obviously, and then we got to play a full 60 minutes. I think today we were real lazy on, everything. I don't know.
Well, regardless of that, you and your whole team played one heck of a game. Zach, thank you as always for joining us. A great game.
All right, thank you.
I'm Jimmy Finizzi for the Jersey Shore Whalers with a Players Spotlight. I am here with TJ Hawkins coming off a 2-goal performance against the Hartford Junior Wolfpack here on Super Bowl Sunday with a 5-3 Jersey Shore Whalers victory. TJ, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. So 2 goals for you so far. Can you take us back to both goals and what exactly happened behind both of them?
Wes gave me a pass off the wall, kind of drove to the inside, took a shot, honestly, for a rebound, and it just went top right and just went in. And then on the second one, I kind of came around the net, gave it to the point, went in front, and got a rebound, and put it away.
Now, can you please explain to me, because your teammates seem to call you the Rocket Man, because according to them, you're always in space. Can you explain that somehow?
They just think I'm crazy and just a nut job, and I just hit my head, and they always just call me the Rocket Man.
Hey, you know what? We're all crazy on the inside. There's nothing wrong with that answer. So now, this team, 8 straight wins after a rough start to the year. How has this team managed to overcome so much adversity?
We all just came together as a team. We all stayed positive. Honestly, in the beginning of the year, we were all negative on the bench, getting on each other. And then we just all came together, hung out, and then just did team bonding stuff, and we all came together, and we just played way better.
Now you are 3 games over 500. You are in a playoff spot. Do you still think this team has what it takes to make that push, and if everything goes right, possibly play for the championship?
Yeah, I think we're buzzing right now. We're getting shots. We're playing good. We're staying positive. We work hard. I think honestly, some teams down the road are gonna have more skill, but we just have the will and hard work.
TJ, another great game from you. Thanks for taking the time to do this. 2-goal performance for TJ Hawkins and a 5-3 Whalers victory over the Hartford Junior Wolfpack. This has been a Player Spotlight. I'm Jimmy Finizzi for the Jersey Shore Whalers. I'm James Finizzi with the Jersey Shore Whalers, and we have a very special interview taking place right now. I am standing here with Alex De Palma of the Brick Stars program. Alex, how are you today?
Going great. They're here watching the Whalers play, and in a 1-1 tie, and we're out playing them, so that's a good thing.
Yes, they're playing the PAL Junior Islanders as this interview is going on. So, the Brick Stars program, can you just give an overall summary of how you started this program, or how this program started?
Yeah, sure. I work for USA Hockey, and we were in in Lake Placid about 10 years ago, and speaking to a gentleman, John Schwartz, who runs the Devils program for the New Jersey Devils, Daredevils. He asked me about doing a program like his, but at the time we didn't have the ice time. 2 years later, the ice time became available, so I went to the Brick Hockey Club and said, hey, listen, we have extra ice. Do you want to do this? And we didn't know nothing about it, and we said, well, we know hockey. We'll figure it out. So we started the program 1 hour a week for 8 weeks. We started with 8 kids. I'll fast forward to right now, 7 years later, we have over 60 kids in the program. We go for an hour and a half now, so we have 2 programs. One is for older kids that and younger kids that can play games, and other kids that need partners. And both programs will always be there, especially the ones that need the partners on the ice with them. And they either graduate to playing games or they don't, but we'll always have it for them. So that's where we are now.
Now, I can only imagine the feeling that you must get seeing those kids on the ice. Whenever they're on that ice in the morning, it always seems like there's a special feeling with those kids, seeing the smiles on their faces. What's that like for you when you see them?
It's life-changing. And I don't mean to use such big words, but I've been in hockey 35 years coaching, and as you get a little older and maybe your passion starts to wane a little bit, it renews it. You're seeing these kids come out, and nobody's calling you up or nobody's telling you, hey, how come my son's not a captain, or how come he's not on the first line? Parents or kids are just happy to step on the ice, and they not only do they overcome obstacles in their lives off the ice, but just imagine a kid, when you first put on a pair of skates, how intimidating, and now you try to get out there with with some of the problems that they have, and they go out there and they do it. And we have kids with all different challenges and developmental delays, Down syndrome, autism, the whole spectrum. And we have kids that are nonverbal, but they understand what you tell them. You tell them to put 2 hands on the stick, they can do it. They just won't talk back to you. But they understand. So it's really renewed my passion for ice hockey, and to see what they do for the high school kids that come out and help. It makes their lives better. So it's been a program for everybody.
Now, you guys do have the Champions Winter Classic game coming up. Can you describe more about what that game is about and how that got started as well?
Yeah, Avon Pond is a outdoor rink in Avon, New Jersey that a bunch of hockey parents that the owners of the Whalers and myself have known for a long time. Those parents decided to buy this rink online. It has a refrigeration system. They set it up every year with all volunteers. And 7 years ago, they said, hey, what would you think about bringing the Stars over here and doing a charity game where we raise money for your Brick Stars? The first year we played the Daredevils, and for the last 6 years we've played the USA Warrior team, which is a team comprised of veterans that were wounded in battle. So these guys that fought in Iraq and Afghanistan come down and play our special needs kids. It's every Super Bowl Sunday at 12 o'clock. We go out there. Every dollar raised and donated goes to the kids, and we give a portion to our vets. It's a great day. Everybody leaves with a smile, and it being on Super Bowl Sunday at 12 o'clock, gives you a little something to interrupt all the pre-games, and it's a lot better than the Puppy Bowl.
I think I can vouch for that. But in all seriousness, though, this program really has been amazing over the past few years, and it really is life-changing, like you said, to see these kids getting a chance. Alex, thank you for taking some time to do this. Alex DePalma of the Brick Stars, you can check him out for yourselves. I'm James Finizzi of the Jersey Shore Whalers. See you next time. We'll get back on track, though. I'm Jimmy Finizzi. This is Neil Villapiano. Tom Wu downstairs as always. Now, tonight, before we even talk about the Whalers game tonight, it is a special night because we're going to be having a pre-game ceremony honoring the Brick Stars program, which is a tremendous organization that helps kids with disabilities and special needs. It really is a wonderful program. Neil, I know you're very familiar with the program. These kids out there, whenever they're on that ice, they're really something special.
They really are, and I think it's a great thing that this community has given these kids an opportunity to play such a wonderful game. It's that you can play type of program. If you can play, you can play, and these kids can play, and it's a wonderful thing to allow these kids to really experience something like this. So, really great job by the Brick Stars and their entire organization. Alex DePalma, who I know very well personally, he's done a tremendous job with that entire organization that he's done for so many years. So, I give him a ton of credit. I congratulate him on many, many successful years with the program, and I look for many, many more years for the Brick Stars.
Now, we do have two members of the Brick Stars here tonight. That will be a ceremonial puck drop before tonight's Whalers game and right after our pregame show. So we will send it down to Tom Rue right after we are done here. But now, let's get into tonight's game.